Alright, y'all, what's going on? It's Frank Nitty right here. I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of the couple things that's been happening in the last 2 days. First things first, the Packers obviously lost their final game of the season to the Lions, getting swept by the Lions for the first time since 1991. Yeah, that's a long fucking time. I mean, I think it was like 2 seasons ago, they won in Lambeau for the first time in over 20 years. And now they just swept us for the first time in 26 years. So let that sink in. I don't want to go too long about this game because there's other things I want to talk about. But like I said, the Packers, with this loss, we finished 7-9. Obviously a losing season. Couldn't even just finish 500 with at least an 8-8 record. But I really hope that this game was enough of a wake up call for this Packers organization. Obviously, because when you watch that team out there, they pretty much look like they quit. I hate to say that, but those guys out there on the field just were not giving their complete effort. It was just a really bad game to watch all around. Brett Hundley, he was trash again. He completed 14 passes, only for 172 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. I never want to see Brett Hundley ever again starting for us under any circumstances. And the Packers don't do anything else. They need to make sure they go in this next coming draft, find a quarterback that can back up Rodgers. All right? Because it's what I've been saying for so long now, man. Okay? Rodgers pretty much is our star player. If you want to win a championship, you give him all the pieces around to win a fucking championship. And it always pissed me off that this organization has not done what it had to do to get him that. And I've been saying that for years. For years, man. You can, again, like I said before, you can go back, look at my old videos. I've been saying it. How this Rodgers was just a completely one-man show carrying this football team for so many seasons now. And listen, he's not going to play any more higher level. Aaron Rodgers at this point has peaked out. He's peaked out. He's not going to play any more higher level than he hasn't already. He's aging. He's getting older. You cannot keep on leaning everything on his shoulders anymore. You can't do that. And it's fucking ridiculous that this team has completely failed to build the right pieces around him, the right supporting cast, the right coaching staff, everything around this man. There's no reason why having a quarterback like Rodgers, he should still only have 1 Super Bowl title. Championships, whatever you want to call it. That's just my opinion. So this next coming, so like I said, the Packers better not come into next season with Brett Hundley still behind Aaron Rodgers as backup quarterback. Find somebody else, please. Jamal Williams, he ran hard for 82 yards. I'll give him that. Not much going on in the passing game with Randall Cobb had his touchdown. Davis had a couple receptions. We were playing a lot of the young guys. Just seeing, you could tell we were just trying to see what we could do. Richard Rodgers, he wasn't playing. Jordy wasn't playing. He's hurt. And Devontae Adams, obviously, he isn't playing. Speaking of Devontae, obviously, we all know that Devontae signed a contract extension, which I was kind of afraid of just simply because, Devontae obviously has had his fair share of concussions already. And I just don't, I'm kind of worried that he's going to eventually just become injury prone to where maybe we might regret giving him that money, because right now our salary towards our wide receivers is a little too high. Because Devontae now, he just signed his contract extension. Now we still got Jordy and Randall Cobb's contracts who are pretty big. So if the Packers don't trade or release those guys, I will at least hope maybe one of them can adjust their contracts or something. But knowing this Packers organization, they're probably going to do that. But it's just too much money right now going to our wide receivers. When we probably should be spending some of that to get this fucking defense better. So, let's go ahead and talk about that. Matthew Stafford had a really good game. He completed 20 passes off 29 attempts, 323 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Golden Tate, 7 receptions, 104 yards, a touchdown. Marvin Jones Jr., 4 receptions, 81 yards, a touchdown. Colin Day, 2 receptions, 80 yards, 1 touchdown. These guys were just out there just making this shit look very, very easy. Very easy, man, on that defense. And like I said, that everybody pretty much on that defense looked like they just quit. All right, it was so bad to fucking watch, man. And it's just like they figured out, hey, we're gonna just the season's already failed. Why give 100% effort? But then again, they never do. So I'm just so disappointed in our defense yet again. And there is a bright side to it a little bit, because now obviously we hear the news of Dom Capers finally getting fucking fired. I mean, it's taking way too goddamn long to get Dom Capers out of here. And if you're somebody who's been subscribed to me for a long time talking about the Packers, I've asked I've asked for Dom Capers to be gone as far back as when we were getting knocked out in the playoffs with dealing with San Francisco. Those two years in a row that we got knocked out by San Francisco, I was calling for Dom Capers to get fired, man, because it made no sense how much we were making somebody like Colin Kaepernick look like a fucking MVP. It was absolutely absurd. And granted, I'll defend Dom Capers in one sense, is that it didn't do him any favors that Fired.Thompson has not really hit it home with a lot of these draft picks on defense. So it's not like he has a lot of talent around to work with. So I'll give Dom Capers a little pass for that. But overall, he had to go, man. He absolutely had to go. All right. The last few years, the Packers have finished in the bottom in defense and overall defensive. Last year and this year, we finished 22nd in the league. We was kind of in the middle in 2014, 15, 2013, 25th, 2012, 11th, and obviously the worst year was 2011 when we finished dead last, 32nd. So it's definitely something that's got to change, man. So finally, that we got him out of here, and who's gonna come up now? I have absolutely no idea. We'll see in the coming weeks. And then, like I said, speaking of Fired.Thompson, he's now obviously stepped down from GM. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. If nothing else, man, we gotta at least take something out of that, man. For as much as trash and shit we had to put up with Rodgers going down this season can at least be somewhat a success, because we got Dom Capers out of here, and now Fired.Thompson has stepped down from GM. He's still gonna be around, but he stepped down from his GM duties, man. So take from it what you want, but at least with these couple of moves, we can at least have something to look forward to in the next season. Because obviously you would hate to have finished this season and then spend the entire offseason watching this team once again not make any fucking changes. And that's always been one of the biggest problems with the Packers, is that they refuse to change. And despite many shortcomings constantly in the playoffs and shit like that, every fucking year we come back the next year looking like they're pretty much the same goddamn team. Every goddamn year, barely adding any type of new pieces. Still the same coaching staff, still the same offensive scheme, defensive scheme, and the shit just ain't working. So there's nothing wrong with fucking changing it. And unfortunately for us, Mike McCarthy is still here. Obviously, he already has signed his extension, I think, early in the year, so he's still going to be around. He's still going to be calling plays, and we're still going to have to deal with his offensive mess, and hopefully having a healthy Rodgers would just be out there pretty much bailing him out all the goddamn time. But that's about it. That's about it for me. I'm sorry this video took a couple of days. I've been going through some personal issues, but yeah, overall this season definitely was a fail. But at least we got something out of it with these guys getting fired and relieved of their duties. So that'll give us something to look forward to coming in the next season. So I just want to end the video here, and I want to thank everybody who's been with me this entire season again. I will be back next year. I love talking about the Packers. I'll keep talking about them until I don't want to anymore. Okay, but thanks for the support. If you've been watching for this long, leave a comment or a like if you wish, and thanks for watching. Peace.